Is Romans 3:31 saying to establish the law of Moses or Christ? About to give another quick biblical literacy course for you Hebrew illiterates, and not to mention a verse I meant to use in my last video in 1 John 3:4 in context to further add credence to my breakdown of Romans 2:14 through 16, where if you missed the other video, the link will be in the description. If this is saying to establish the law that was given by Moses, then that would make Paul a schizophrenic and would be contradicting everything he said prior in the chapter where he talks about the deeds of the law and the uncircumcision, which being circumcised is a part of that law. Romans 3:31. Do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid, yet we establish the law. Why would he say this just before a couple verses up unless he's schizophrenic? Romans 3:28. Therefore we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law. And then this just a verse before, if he's talking about Moses' law, when circumcision is a part of Moses' law. Romans 3:30. Seeing it is one God which shall justify the circumcision by faith and the uncircumcision through faith. So if circumcision is a part of the Mosaic law he's talking about establishing, then how will the uncircumcised judge the circumcised? And how does the uncircumcised fulfill that law? Romans 2:26 through 29. Therefore, if the uncircumcision keep the righteousness of the law, shall not his uncircumcision be counted for circumcision? And shall not uncircumcision, which is by nature, if you fulfill the law, judge thee, who by the letter and circumcision dost transgress the law? For he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision, which is outward in the flesh, but he is a Jew, which is one inwardly, and circumcision is that of the heart in the spirit, and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men, but of God. So no, the law isn't made void because we establish the righteousness contained in which don't include ordinances, unless you expect me to believe the Gentiles who didn't get the law did Sabbaths, feast days, holy days, etc. by nature and at their appointed times. Romans 2:14 through 16. For when the Gentiles, which had not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are law unto themselves, which shew the work of the law written in their hearts, their conscience also bearing witness, and their thoughts the meanwhile accusing or else excusing one another, in the day when God shall judge the secrets of men by Jesus Christ according to my gospel. This is what Paul is talking about. Romans 3:21. But now the righteousness of God without the law is manifested, being witnessed by the law and the prophets. And the law also is not made void, because without it you can't see Christ or the need for him. Luke 24:44. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me. Hebrews 10:7. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do thy will, O God.
Hebrews 10:1.
For the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never, with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually, make the comers thereunto perfect. And for those that would say that the shadow was just talking about sacrifices, Colossians 2:14 through 17, blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us, which was contrary to us, and took it out the way, nailing it to his cross, and having spoiled principalities and powers, he made a shoe of them openly, triumphing over them in it. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink, or in respect of an holy day, or of a new moon, or of a Sabbath days, which are a shadow of the things to come, but the body is of Christ. Nailing the law to the cross. Hammer time.